this is Matt Williamson with HardlineMX, and you're watching The Block Pass, the random and sometimes volatile attempt at local and national motocross news. It's been a cold winter this year, 2014 and the end of 2013, obviously. A lot of sub-zero temperatures, making a lot of us really excited about the upcoming motocross series, especially outdoors. But here and now, we are still in the middle of the Supercross series, with the center of it just happening not that long ago. Just came back from the Indianapolis Supercross. Got to do some coverage for MX Performance magazine out of Canada. Great group of guys. Known them for quite a while, and it's definitely worth checking out their site, mxpmagazine.com. So, what happened in Indianapolis? Well, for one thing, it was, I thought, a really good race weekend. Obviously, we saw Ryan Dungey come out on top in the 450 class. Really solid ride. Did not have much trouble with the track surface. I saw towards the end of the race that he did get kind of skip a little bit of some of the larger jumps, took it a little bit easier in the whoops, but you know what? He's a very calculated rider, and it was really good to see that. The other thing that I thought was awesome to see was both the Martin brothers make it into the main for the 250 class. Alex has been doing really good this year. I think that we should be able to see him hopefully in the top 10 in points. He's just under that right now, and I think he can do it. I think if he keeps up his momentum, keeps the solid training going, I think we're going to see, you know, some good results out of him. Jeremy was able to make the main. Not the greatest year for him this year. We're really hoping he can turn that around, but you know, he's like his brother. He's got good determination, and I know he'll pull through. So, you know, if this year doesn't work out for him, I know that for sure, you know, this coming summer, you know, he's going to definitely redeem himself, you know, in his own mind. There's no way he can disappoint any of us long-term fans, but you know how it affects, you know, you as a rider. Been in the champion points, you know, much lower level than those guys. I know how it affects you when you're just not doing well. So we're hoping he can turn around, keep his head up, and keep rolling forward. We have a good friend, Nick Jackson, a good friend of our site, owns Black Diamond MX, the greatest graphics you can get in the area here. He switched up to 450 bikes this year. So Nick made the change, racing a completely different group of riders on a completely different bike, and you know what? I thought he did pretty well. He's going to be disappointed that he didn't make the night show, but you know what? Every time he went out, his times got faster. He got more confident. He took on more of the obstacles. I think if he just keeps going with his training, can hopefully slip away and get some riding in during the weekend, that he should be able to get back to Detroit, you know, on top form. So I thought Nick did pretty well, and I'm pretty excited to see that he's sticking with it. Another rider under the Black Diamond MX team was Joe Perrin. This is his first time back to Supercross in quite some time. Rode really well again, too, considering he spends most of his time out of town doing construction work, not any time to train. He was pretty close to actually making it into the 250 class, qualifying for the night show. Right now, he's down at Merge Racing, training this weekend. Hopefully, that's going to help out with his confidence and speed. But you know what? He hit every single jump at the Indianapolis track. Every single one. Every triple, everything. So, you know what? It wasn't a lack of confidence. I think it was just the lack of endurance. And I think if he works on that, I think he'll do just fine. So, hopefully, we'll see him you know, with a smile on his face that he always has at the Indianapolis Supercross. I am really looking forward to, I'm sorry, Detroit. Another group I wanted to touch base on is Team RSR Star Cycle. So that is Zach Williams and Jesse Wetland, both out of Minnesota, both Loretta Lynn's champions, and both excellent riders. They were both at Indianapolis when I was down there, in high spirits all night. Unfortunately, neither of them made the main event, but you know what? It's not due to the lack of trying and the lack of training. They just, I would say, had a little bit of bad luck on the starts and the field of riders towards the pack when they're trying to get through. So, you know what? I think that we're going to see a lot more from them this year, especially for upcoming outdoors, but I'm looking forward to seeing how things go at Daytona. So bringing things more local, this last Friday I went out to Cedar Lake Arena and did some video and photo work. Also brought a piece of equipment with that I've kind of, I guess you could say, developed. It's essentially just a hockey stick with a gimbal on it. But what it is happens to be a video stabilization setup for a GoPro camera. So what I did with this was try to get some extreme angle videography with the GoPro, while also moving, walking about like you normally would want to do, and seeing how stable the video was. It actually turned out pretty good. I was able to use Connor Cunningham, a local pro or A-rider that was down there for some riding practice with his dad, Brad Cunningham, and his sister, Kari. So it was pretty cool to kind of follow them around with the camera and get some footage, test it out, but I was really surprised with the stability of it. First thing I want to do is thank Bill Best for giving me the hockey stick that basically was the base for this platform, and yeah, it works out pretty good. It'd be nice to get another couple of those made and get one to Casey and some other people that want to help us out on HardlineMX down the road. Also ran into Cody Slark and Blake Dungy down at Cedar Lake. It was pretty cool to get a chance to see those guys ride. I haven't seen Blake ride for quite some time. He said he hadn't rode since last August or July, but you really couldn't tell. He's got a smooth style about him, as well as Cody. So when they were both riding together, it was kind of like they just got off the bike last week. So anyway, was able to kind of follow them around with another new piece of equipment. Picked up one of the new Canon 70Ds to do more video and photo work this year. Took the 70D to Indianapolis as well. Had some mixed results, but I think it's more due to my lack of understanding of some of the new systems, but I think I'm getting it figured out. And the nice thing about the folks at Cedar Lake is they let me come in and get some photography testing done and support what I'm trying to do, so really appreciate that. So what's coming up for 2014 on HardlineMX? Well, for one, Casey Hultgren has been knocking things out of the park with regards to coverage, keeping the site updated. Winter tends to be a really busy time for me with my day job, my career, so I don't have as much time to devote to HardlineMX, and I really appreciate all of the work that Casey's been doing. Casey himself is from northern Minnesota, and from what I understand is planning on covering a lot of the northern races, and will hopefully be joining me on some of the bigger events, Pro Nationals, the Viking Clash, as well as the area and regional qualifiers for Loretta Lynn's. At this point, I'm planning on going to Little Falls, Tigerton, and Millville, and hopefully can make some trips down to Illinois for those qualifiers. And who knows, maybe Loretta Lynn's itself. It depends on how things are looking financially for myself and how busy the site is and everything. So I guess we'll keep you posted on that. But definitely stay tuned to the site. I don't know how frequent this show or these videos will be, but we'll kind of get some feedback. Definitely write to us, comment on our Facebook, send us tweets, however you feel to communicate with us. You know, be positive, negative, whatever you want to do. But definitely appreciate the time. Again, this is Matt Williamson, MXMatt with HardlineMX. Thanks for watching.